Hey, lovely people. It's me, Jessica. So, real quick, I'm in between doing laundry and whatnot, and I this topic just came to my mind, and I was like, you know what? Let's just talk about it today. So, why is competition good? Why is it important for everyone? I think, in my personal opinion and my perspective, why is it important for all of us to have options and to actually know what our options are? And I'm going to talk about this from a business perspective. So, if you are someone that is a business person, entrepreneur, or you're just thinking about starting a business, especially if you're scaling up in your business or you're choosing business partners and whatnot, we're going to talk about that aspect really quickly. And then we're also going to talk about career as well, that aspect, which that's a lot of what I focus on. And then we're also going to talk about, along with career, job searching. While you're in a career, you have a job, you're trying to progress. And then if you're just trying to get a job, then we're going to move into dating. Dating's going to be the last thing, but we're going to talk about why competition, why options, and knowing your options and having options in the first place is also very important for that as well. Okay. So let me just make sure my audio is okay. Let me check on here because I cannot stay on here very long. Let me see. Okay, cool. Oh, hey, Laura. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I think I'm good on audio, but let me know if you can't hear me. And hello, Chocolate Brother. Okay, so let's get into business. Okay, why are options a must if you are someone that's like, okay, I'm going to start a business? Well, a few things. Thank you, Laura, for letting me know I am able to be heard. Okay, so let's just say, you're thinking about business. A lot of things that people struggle with are either one, finding people that they can go into business with, finding business partners, finding people they can work with. You hear sometimes, in particular in the Black community, people say, oh, well, I would love to do a family business, but I can't trust this person or that person, or I can't find anyone. You should have a big network of great people around you and options so that way you don't just have to pick someone that's like, man, they're okay, let's just try it. And then something goes wrong, and now you're blaming, why the business failed because you had a bad business partner. The other realm of that, which is even bigger, is getting the funding, getting either a banker, right? You're getting out a loan, small business loan or whatever, or you're looking to get an investment. If you've seen Shark Tank, right? The people pitching to these sharks and they're trying to get a deal. Well, if you only have one investor, one, maybe two investors willing to, put some money into your business, what do you think is going to happen? You're probably not going to negotiate very well. And I used to watch Shark Tank. Let me know if you watch Shark Tank. And hey, KB, hey, King of Kill, shout out to my members. But let me know if you ever watched Shark Tank because I have cringed watching that. Me and my mom used to watch, and some people would give up so much equity. I'd be like, oh, they're giving up so much of their business for this money, but they need the money. The shark, especially, there's normally like what, 3 or 4 of them? If only one of them was like, "Oh, I'm willing to go into a deal with you," a lot of times they got a kinda crappy deal. If you ever peep that, they don't get as well of a deal. But you see what happens whenever there's 2 or maybe everyone wants to get into the business. They're like, "Ooh, I love this idea. I wanna yes, I'm investing in that. I can see the profitability." And what happens? The negotiation starts to happen, right? The person or the team, they're able to say, "You know what? We wanted to keep so much equity." So let's say one of the guys, what is the guy that's the bald guy? He's normally deemed the mean one. There's Mark Cuban, so let's just say Mark Cuban. Um, so Mark Cuban is like, "Oh, I want, I'll give you so much money, but I need 45% equity. I need half of it, right?" Let's say they only want to give 30%. Well, if there's two other people that are like, "Oh, well, I want in on this. I'll do it. I'll give you more money and I will take less equity." That's the negotiation. But what happens when you don't have those options? You see those people. Got to take a rough, maybe a little sketchy deal because you don't have the multiple options, right? This is why having the options and then even more importantly, knowing your options and what they are is very important. There may be the case where people could have held out and been like, "No, I'm not gonna do that." And there have been cases where people were like, "Nah, we're not doing that." And they still become successful. The lip brand that I was talking about, the lip bar, they were on Shark Tank, right? Now I don't know if they took the deal or not, but there are a lot of people that were successful and said, "Nope, we're good." And they went off to sell their products in a Target or a Walmart or whatever. So knowing your options and being able to use that to your advantage to negotiate. You can't really negotiate if you don't have options and you don't know your options. So that is the value of having some healthy competition. You can use it to your advantage in business and career. So we're going to talk about career. KV says I watched one episode of the show. What did you think of it, KB? Did you like the show? Were you turned off by it immediately? I feel like you have to watch a couple of them. Oh, you just ordered them? Oh, cool. Let me know if you ever do a review, Laura. And let me know. I am going to put out a post. You guys know now, I think the post goes out Sunday. I'm going to ask you guys what colors you want me to review. So, Laura, if you have a color that you're like, I want to know what it looks like, you'll have your chance to let me know which one you want me to try out. Okay, so moving on to career. So some people stay with a company literally forever, years and years and years. And not only are they sometimes not paid well to their market rate, you may have even been there. I think a lot of people have been in the situation where they're talking to multiple colleagues. We're in the same industry, we're working the same job, we're in the same location, and they're making 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, whatever more than you. And you're like, wait a minute, right? This especially happens when there's someone that has been in the same job and they haven't been getting promotions that come with increases, right? There's nothing wrong with staying at a company for a long time. I think it can be great for your career. However, I do think that you need to have your options. And this is where the problem comes in. I have also talked to people that have been at a company for a long time and they're mistreated. They're not respected, they're not valued, and they're not paid well. But they don't realize how marketable they are, how skilled they are, and how many other companies or people are willing to give them respect, value, a higher pay, and whatever else they're looking for because of their value. So they don't know what their options are. They haven't ventured out into the market to see what are my options. And so, therefore, they feel like they're stuck. They're stuck at this company that's mistreating them. They're disrespected. They're not paid well, and yada, yada. But if you venture out and you utilize the healthy competition, that can help you actually get what you're looking for. You can use that competition to your advantage because of the fact that you have options and you know what your options are, right? And welcome in, Charles. Oh, I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome. Okay, so moving on. This is tied right into career. I also see this in the job search process, right? You have some people where they're just like, okay, I want this job title. I want to be an accountant. However, I've only worked in healthcare. That's the only place I want to work. Why? Oh, that's the only thing I've ever known. That's what I want to do. I'm just gonna stick with healthcare. I don't think I could work in a tech industry. I don't think I could work in a, marketing agency. Oh, I don't think I could move over to banking and finance. I just don't know. It's scary. It's different. I'm gonna stick with healthcare. Okay. So, what happens to their options? So, this person is looking for a job. Well, they're not able to negotiate as much. There's also scenarios where there's a person doesn't want to move. No, I can't move. No, I have to stay in this location. Well, this location, it's a smaller town. There's not as many companies here. Why don't you try moving? No, no, can't do it. Nope, nope, not doing it. I just want to stay here. I want to stay close to family. Well, your location, is the unemployment rate is actually higher here. But if you move an hour away, or maybe if you move 3 hours away, you can still drive home. Unemployment is actually way lower over here, and we actually need accountants. Nope, 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 nope. So, what do you think what happens to that job seeker's chances, right? They're going to go down. Let's say on your list you want a remote job, you want a certain pay, you want these benefits, you want a certain team structure, you want a certain title, and you want to work with certain types of people. You're going to have less of chance of finding that as a job seeker because you're limiting your options for no reason. Branch out, do things, take on ways that you can move into either different industries, look at different companies or corporations or organizations, different types of employment, and also, again, location. Try moving. So, just some different ideas for you to expand your options so that you're allowing healthy competition to come into play and work for you so you're able to be choosy. You guys know I love being choosy. I like choice. Don't we all like choice? Make it easier for you. Allow that competition. It is good for you. Gotta have multiple skills. Wages are stagnant right now. Yes and no. Yes and no. I think right now is a good time. We're shifting into a different type of market. I'm feeling it. Where we were in a candidate market, we may be shifting in certain places depending on what your job is and what your skills are. We're shifting a bit. And I'm going to talk about that in, I think next week. We're going to talk about just my feelings on the economy and some of the signs that are making me a little bit uneasy. That's all I'm gonna say for right now. You have 1% in your phone battery. Oh, you gotta keep that phone charged. That is scary. Nice to see you though, Charles. Get that phone charged. Small town, yes, Lord. Small towns, yes, it is really tough. Oh yeah, it's tough for sure. Oh my gosh, sometimes you just gotta move. All right, so now I'm gonna get into, let me see. Okay, let me talk about employers really quick and then I'm going to get into dating, right? We're going to get into dating because there's also an advantage for an employer. So let's say you're a business person and you're at a point where you're hiring people. There's an advantage for you too to know what your options are. Do not just hire the first person that walks into your door with interest. That's not going to end well. I have seen it many times. I have heard about it. You have to be choosy because that introduces better quality, right? If you're a job seeker and you find, the closest matches you can to what you're looking for, you were able to be choosy, you're probably going to have a better quality of an experience, right? And the company is going to benefit too. On the employer end, you're going to be able to pick the smartest people, right? The best talent, and etc. Now, why do people not like competition? They don't like other people to know options. Well, let's take the employer example, right? So they hire someone new person on the team. This person's super smart. They've got answers to everything. They've got all the skills. They're teaching you everything and they're shining. And you see that. What happens to the other people that have been working at the company maybe 10 years? This new person is changing the game on them. They're going to have to level up, right? there it puts a spotlight on everyone else's this might sound a little harsh, but mediocrity. You just been skating by, you just been coasting. Well, it puts a spotlight on that. Kind of like if you remember in school, that person that was always like, I got the answer, raising their hand, they're super smart, this and that. Kids hated them. Why? It made them look bad. What? Now I gotta like really read this book now? Oh, now I gotta really do it, right? So it makes other people around you level up. It's that healthy competition. And people initially don't like it. We don't like change, don't want to be forced to level up. We don't like it. So now I'm going to shift to dating. And some of you might know where I'm going with this. Hello, Gadget Goddess. Hey, nice to see you. Guys, definitely check out Gadget Goddess if you are into tech, if you're into technology. She does Tuesday chats. I was in one of her, I'm actually normally in your Tuesday chats, Gadget Girl, um, or Gadget Goddess. I normally am in there. Okay, so dating. What's up with dating? Why do I say, and I've talked about this multiple times. Normally, my message is specific to Black women, but I think obviously all women, it applies to all women. But, Black people, we're raised different. I'm just going to say it like that. We're just raised a little different. So, competition is good, options are good for business, career, when you're on a job search, when you're an employer looking for talent. And it's also really, really good when you're dating, right? Because what happens if you're like, eh, I only want to date someone. I'm going to use a New York example actually, because they're big on this. I want someone that lives in this borough. I'm only going to date someone in Queens. No, if they're in Harlem, no, 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 that's too far. You limit your options, right? Let's limit it even more. Um, no, I'm only gonna date an Asian man. Nope, they have to be Asian. Yep, American Asian. Yep, need that. hmm I'm attracted to everyone else, but for some reason, I think that's what I need. Okay, so we're limiting it even more. And for Black women, it's only got to be a Black man, right? Next, you're limiting your options with what the person has, in their career, what they're doing. I only want to marry a doctor, lawyer, engineer. Not looking at anything else. Can't be a business person, that came up. Can't be a podcaster that came up. They can't be an X, Y, and Z. Now, I'm not talking about those toxic podcasters. But you're limiting yourself. And when you do that, the same as the job seeker that's like, nope, I can't move. Nope. I only want this. Nope, only this industry. You're limiting yourself, and what's going to happen? You can't be as choosy. So the quality is going to suffer, right? It applies to everything. And again, why are there men that are hating the message of like, hey, Black women, expand your options, offer a little healthy competition. The best man wins. Well, it forces other people to level up. Now, the level up is in the end good for you, right? It's good for someone to come into a company and be like, I know this and this and that, and run circles around everyone because it raises the quality. It forces everyone else to actually level up their skills. How do you actually level up your skills if you don't even know what's marketable? If you don't know what other people are doing, if you don't know if you're not kind of in this competition to be better, it forces that competition. So it's good in the long run, but initially people aren't going to like it because what? We can't just skate by anymore. You're not just going to accept this. What? That is the initial reaction. So the point of this video, I'm going to wrap it up because I actually have to go to the store and I have a class tonight. But wrapping it up, the point of the message is you have to think about your options in ways that you can expand your options in every aspect, whether it's dating, career, business, job searching, because in the end, You need healthy competition to work for you so that you're able to get the best scenario for yourself. Again, whether that is dating and picking a partner, whether that is finding a business partner, finding a banker to loan you some money, finding an investor, or finding a job, finding an employee. All of that is really important. So, you may hear people and you may get some resistance from folks that don't like competition, but in the end, overall, competition is very much needed. And it's just like when there's someone that's like monopolizing, I'm going to bring this example, then I'll close it up. But it's just like someone that monopolizes, right? Like I think AT&T back in the day, right? Just they were the only ones, right? Or some of these big energy companies. Oh, they're the like my hometown, there's only the one electric company. You don't have choices. Here in Texas, you have choices. And I was surprised by that. I was like, "What? I can choose what, service I want?" And guess what? You have better quality of service. These companies actually have to compete with each other to offer better pricing, right? Better service, better options, flexibility, better plans. Whereas back home, the price was the price. This is the only option, sorry. So there's no opportunity. So that's an example of a situation where you have no competition, which is really bad. So what would happen if Missouri changed their policies and there was no longer a monopoly on the electricity in the state? That company's not going to like it. But guess what? It will force them to be a better company, right? So that is the same with every other scenario. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm probably not gonna do too many live chats. I will have some upcoming, just sporadic content posted up. They're gonna be like short sprints. Just because I feel like a lot of people don't join the live chat, so I'm not gonna, you know, sit on here and chat for too long if not as many people are enjoying them. So I'm going to keep things pretty short with the video content. So keep an eye out for that. And also, I'm still editing a part two of a video that I made like 2 weeks ago. So keep an eye out for that. And then there will also be more beauty content. So with that, I'm going to close things out. That is my piece. Those are my thoughts. If you have comments on anything I've shared, definitely leave me a comment. If you are anti everything I said, leave me a comment. And of course, be sure to like the video if you care and share if you care as well. And I will see you all next time. And again, shout out to the membership. Bye, lovely people.